The 2026 Formula One season hasn't even started yet, and teams are already pushing the boundaries of engineering in ways that could completely reshape the grid. Preseason testing in Bahrain gave us our first real look at the brand new era of Formula One, and if there's one thing we learned, it's this: innovation is back, and it's bigger than ever. From radical aerodynamics to hidden engineering tricks, the paddock is buzzing with ideas that could define the next generation of Formula One cars. And today, we're breaking down the biggest technical innovations spotted during testing and what they could mean for the season ahead. Let's start with one of the most talked about developments, Ferrari. The Italian team appears to be experimenting with aggressive aerodynamic concepts, including advanced airflow management and highly adaptive bodywork. Reports suggest Ferrari has been exploring new ways to control air over the car, possibly hinting at semi-active aerodynamic solutions. If this works, it could allow Ferrari to dynamically balance drag and downforce, meaning higher straight-line speed without sacrificing corner grip. And in an era where efficiency is everything, that's a huge deal. Because remember, the 2026 regulations are heavily focused on energy efficiency and hybrid power, so managing drag is now just as important as raw downforce. Now let's talk about Mercedes. The Silver Arrows have always been masters of subtle innovation, and once again, they seem to be hiding clever solutions in plain sight. One of the interesting areas spotted during testing was the front wing design. Engineers appear to be experimenting with airflow structures that better control turbulence around the front tires. This might sound small, but in Formula One, tiny airflow improvements can translate into massive lap time gains. Cleaner airflow means better stability, improved tire life, and more predictable handling over long stints. And if Mercedes has nailed this early, it could make them incredibly consistent across race weekends. But here's where things get really fascinating. The 2026 rule changes have forced teams to rethink almost everything, from cooling layouts to packaging and energy deployment. That's led to wildly different design philosophies up and down the grid. Some teams are prioritizing ultra-tight packaging to reduce drag, while others are leaning into larger surfaces to maximize aerodynamic efficiency. And testing has revealed just how divided the paddock really is. We're essentially witnessing multiple interpretations of the same rulebook, and that's exactly what makes a new regulation era so exciting. Because right now, nobody truly knows which concept will win. Another key takeaway from testing is how aggressively teams are pushing innovation early. Usually, preseason tests are about reliability, but this time it feels different. Teams are already bringing experimental solutions, suggesting they know the development race will be brutal. Because with brand new regulations, early advantages can define an entire season. If you get the concept right now, you could dominate for years. Just think back to past regulation shifts. The teams that nailed the first car often controlled the era. And nobody wants to fall behind in a reset year. There's also a bigger picture here. The 2026 regulations aren't just about performance, they're about the future of Formula One itself. With increased electrification and sustainability targets, teams are now balancing raw speed with efficiency like never before. That means innovation isn't just happening in aerodynamics, it's happening under the bodywork too. Power units, cooling systems, energy recovery, all of it is evolving. And testing hints that the performance gaps between teams could come from unexpected areas. Not just aero, not just engines, but the way everything works together. And that's what makes this season so unpredictable. Because right now, we're only seeing the surface. Teams are holding back, sandbagging is real, hidden upgrades are coming. And what we saw in testing might only be the beginning. Once the lights go out in the first race, the true pecking order will finally start to emerge. And history tells us one thing: the biggest surprises usually come when the racing begins. So what does all of this mean? It means we're heading into one of the most fascinating technical eras Formula One has seen in years. Multiple design paths, radical engineering ideas, and a regulation reset that could reshuffle the entire grid. The teams that innovate the fastest will define the future. And based on what we've already seen in testing, the battle is going to be intense. But now I want to hear from you. Which team do you think has nailed the 2026 regulations? Ferrari with bold aero? Mercedes with clever engineering? Or could a dark horse surprise everyone? Drop your predictions in the comments below. I read every single one. And if you love deep dive Formula One analysis like this, make sure you hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. Because all season long, we'll be breaking down the biggest stories, technical secrets, and hidden battles shaping the future of Formula One. This is going to be one wild season, and you don't want to miss it.